It's the Brain and Moh Show. It's the Brain and Moh Show. Brain and Moh Show. It's the Brain and Moh Show.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Brain and Moh Show. This is Muhammad El-Darwish. That's Brain Mountain.
This is Brain Mountain over here.
And Brain Mountain's got a smoker's cough.
I got the smoker's cough. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Brain was just saying, actually I was just saying that, if you have a smoker's cough, it's a little scary right now.
Yeah, not necessarily if you got a smoker's cough, but if somebody else who doesn't know you're a smoker and they hear you coughing, they're gonna be all, oh no, he's got that virus. I gotta get away.
Yeah, everything has been canceled. There's, everything except work has been canceled, so.
Everything except work. What about? Well, actually, even I've heard that even the schools that closed down. My mom works at a preschool. It's a boys and girls club, and she was telling me that that the kids aren't going to be coming, but the staff still has to show up. So I don't know if that's true for every school or just her job, but. Yeah, either way. And another thing that she mentioned was her friend is a school teacher, and her concern was what about the kids that get school breakfast and school lunch? The kids whose families
that's a big
just
one.
Really can't afford to feed them.
Yeah, I've heard there's a lot. It's kind of big. This is kind of a big thing going on. I don't know exactly how far it's gonna go, but I'm thinking, it's possible that, we might be locked down or something, if it gets to a certain point.
Things are going to get worse. They're going to get worse before they get better. But, as far as I understand, this virus, it spreads very quickly as far as I know. But I also know that it's got a very high recovery rate and a very slow death rate. I know a lot of people worldwide have died. But the panic isn't so much how deadly the virus is, it's how fast it spreads and the overloading of medical facilities, hospitals and stuff. Like if too many people get it at once and they don't have enough room at the hospital, they can't treat everybody. So that's the big worry. Not that it's such a deadly virus, that it's more that if so many people get it at one time, we can't treat them all at once. So
yeah, and this is
the whole cancelization of everything is to try to slow the spread of it, to stop the overload of patients in medical facilities.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty smart idea, which I definitely agree
smart,
with.
Yeah.
I think that the thing about this is that you don't really know what this is, and you don't know what exactly is about to happen.
Right.
So we need to be very careful, even though it appears to be very high success rate of defeating it once you get the virus.
If you act soon enough, and I haven't read much about it, but I've heard that the response in the United States hasn't been as
it's been pretty bad.
South Korea
has basically tested everybody,
right?
And they did it really quickly and efficiently. And we have not tested anybody. We don't know how many people there are. Not only that, but the president is actively trying to pretend like it's not happening.
Right.
I mean, he's kind of given that
horrible
up.
Thing.
That was his thing going into the last couple days. Now he's given that up. Obviously, you can't keep doing that.
You can't just ignore a global epidemic.
Right. Well, he's trying to be like, oh, it's only one person or two people. I forget about it. Go ahead and everything's fine.
That have been tested and confirmed.
Right.
How many other people have not? There's a doctor that believes that there could be up to 50,000 people in America infected that we don't know about. But that's just what he thinks, and he's just some random doctor.
Right. And Trump fired the entire the national CDC or something.
Yeah, before
he fired all the emergency medical people from the cabinet.
That was before. Was that before this happened?
It was years before.
Yeah. He closed down a whole bunch of stuff that
Would have been very helpful.
Yeah.
And so he's now saying like,
it's almost like
he's
it
now
was
saying like,
planned.
oh, it was so bad, I had to get rid of it, and it's not my fault.
Oh, it is his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's from the very beginning been.
I shut off the water to your
afraid
house and
this.
you're dehydrated a few days
Yeah.
later. It's my fault. It's not your fault
Yeah.
because you couldn't get water. It's my fault
Right.
because I fucking shut it off.
So I mean, we have we don't have any coherent leadership right now. Our president is basically only concerned about how this affects his reelection. So
Exactly,
the
which is
people are on
horrible.
their own.
yeah.
You and me, everyone else, even the people that support Trump, they're on their own. If they get coronavirus at one of his rallies, he's not going to help them.
No, he didn't even help the people that got arrested for assaulting people, like he said he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Punch him right in the face. I'll pay your legal fees. Nope, he didn't pay those legal fees.
Yeah. Well, you know how coronavirus is really affecting me is, I could maybe get over school cancellations because I don't go to school and all this
Right.
stuff. But the sports.
Sports. Yeah, you're a
They
big
took away
sports
my
guy.
sports. Yeah.
I'm not the biggest sports guy, but this guy Mohammed right here, he fucking loves sports.
Yeah, well, I was about to start playing fantasy baseball, and now they're delaying the season, and I have no idea. Like, it's just like, oh, guess what? Your favorite thing is canceled. So
Yeah.
that's kind of another thing that is going a little under the radar.
Yeah,
It's a good thing that it's happening. You know how this all kind of got started was Rudy Gobert, the all-star center on the Utah Jazz.
Right.
He was joking around, like pretending it was
Wait,
no big
what-
deal. He was like, oh, I'm gonna get the coronavirus, and he like touched all the.
What sport is the Utah
I mean, forgive
Jazz?
me if he's basketball. So
Basketball.
I'm exaggerating.
Right, yeah.
Rudy Gobert, he simply touched the mics like as if he was not concerned. He was just trying to but still very, very poor judgment because he actually did contract coronavirus and he possibly contracted it right then and there, when he was doing that thing.
That fucking bastard.
Yeah, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell, who's like maybe the second best player on the team, he first best, second best, it's like a toss up between those two players. Rudy Gobert, the one who contracted the virus, and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, got the virus too, and now they're not friends anymore, or they have like a rift between them apparently.
Oh, like that episode of South Park where Cartman gets AIDS and he gives it to Kyle. And then they already hate each other, but they hate but they have
These
to work
guys didn't
together.
hate each other like that though.
They have to work together though.
yeah,
to fix it.
because they're on the same team.
Because
But
they're on the same team. I thought they were. It was just like another team handshake thing, but
Nope, they're on the same
he
team.
didn't just fuck another dude in another team in the locker room.
Nope, it's not. It's not AIDS like Kyle and Cartman there.
Oh.
Uh,
I'm sorry, I'm an asshole, people.
well, I guess this is the big thing going on, obviously. But there's other big things going on too. There's
a lot of big.
There's still an election going on.
Yeah. We're in the midst of an electoral war,
Yeah.
side to side, middleman trying to bring it all together. I was reading that there was a bill. Didn't a bill pass
to
today
deal with the
to deal with
coronavirus,
coronavirus? I was able to find articles about how the bill existed and the people involved and yada whoever wrote it's their idea of this and that, but I was never really able to find a copy of the bill and what it actually stated. What does it do for people?
Yeah.
Are they gonna give me money because I'm a poor person and my parents are poor people?
Yeah, so people who are really freaked out, I'm freaked out, but I'm not freaked out to the point where I actually poured through all the details of this bill. And I know there are people who are. In fact, I know personally people who are freaked out enough to go through everything that's going on that closely.
I just want to know what this bill
So
could do to help.
it
my
helps
family.
a lot. It helps a lot. Free testing and a lot of other things. It's what you would call a Democratic wish list.
Are they going to pay my mortgage?
No.
Well, I need that.
Yeah.
Or are they going to give me any kind of money?
they're going to help with well, hold on a second. I don't really know about that. It's really more of a response to the coronavirus. It's not socialism yet.
Well, no, I wasn't just asking for a handout. I was just, it said something about like temporary household income for like everybody. So like, what does that mean? Are they going to send a check to everybody's house?
That's worth exploring.
That's one thing that like it briefly said. So like, but I didn't know what that meant. Like, are they just going to send a check for? I mean, it was a total of $50 billion for this plan.
Well, that doesn't really matter. I mean, really, what I read about it, what I understand about it, is that it was basically Right. I'm sorry. I might not be understanding what you're asking here. But I was saying that what I understand about the bill is it's basically written by the Democratic Nancy Pelosi.
Yes.
So it has a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff being given to us for free to help with this virus, right?
Yeah.
And Trump is willing to pass it.
I read that he did pass it.
Right.
And that was like
well, he's already signaled support to pass it, and maybe it is already passed. But
I read that he passed it. It was passed this morning, is what I read.
Okay.
Today, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And it was also,
Yeah, right. Okay, so I heard about this yesterday.
The collaboration.
So yes, it was yesterday that he gave his support.
There was an unprecedented collaboration to get this to pass.
This is something that goes beyond politics, and Trump is willing to do whatever it takes to make himself look like he's trying to deal with this situation for his reelection.
Even if he has to admit that he's stupid to himself.
Yeah.
And just
this is a bill that was written by Pelosi, and Pelosi is smiling from ear to ear like the whole time. I'm pretty
sure. I saw
the
picture.
Yeah, she's happy about this. I mean, what do you think is going on? You think they got mostly of what they wanted in this situation, and they could have been obstinate, like the Republicans were for Obama. They could have just been like, nope, we're not passing anything. We're going to make you look like you don't care. We're going to say you don't care about people because you're not doing anything, even though, we have the power to do something. And, hey, they're doing something. This is what happens when you elect Democrats. You get stuff done.
Okay, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Even if you've got a Republican president, there's Democrats still in...
Yeah. And vice versa, This is the thing. I've been talking to a lot of...
I'm really glad that, it sucks that it took something like this epidemic for them to work together on anything, but I'm glad that something was able to get them to work together on something. Mm-hmm. It gives you a little bit of hope. A little bit of hope.
Well, this isn't...
Because people are willing to work together.
Hard... Well, yeah, this is hard, but it's politically, you should be able to figure out at least something you can do to help.
It shouldn't have taken something like this for the two parties to work together to solve problems.
Yeah, very good
There's
point,
a
Ray.
lot of other problems that they can work together to solve very easily, but they're too busy arguing, and it sucks that it took something this extreme for them to work together to make a bill and pass it.
Well, they might work together also on the military. That's one thing that people always say. They always come together when it comes to giving money to the military. So there's that.
Well, because the military protects both of them.
Yeah, and the military-industrial complex helps pay for their re-elections, and that's the big dark money there. Not all of it is dark per se, but it's the big money involved.
It's the biggest part of the budget, as far as I could tell from my tax, my pay stub from a few years ago.
Yes. So, can I ask you a question? Do you know how are Bernie supporters been acting lately? Have you noticed anything about them?
Not specifically.
No. Oh well, they're a little on edge because since the last time we talked, there was the mini Tuesday elections, and Biden
in
won pretty
states.
much everywhere except for where was it? I can't even remember, man.
It's all the places where more old people live.
Yeah,
that was a joke.
But Michigan, yeah. Well, the very important. Last week I said that only 13% of the that's not true. I said only 13% of young people voted. Not true.
Got to get a correction.
So correction, big time. Thanks to Parker Millar for posting, the correction.
Parker Millar, thank you, Gay.
I saw that pretty much after we finished the recording, and it was too late at that point. But what was I saying? I was saying that
Sound about 13%, and you lied
that's
about
not
it.
true. That's not true. Yes, I found out that it was really that was the portion of the electorate that was that at that age. Not how many of us, it was if you take the whole electorate, what percent was, 18 to 29? 13%. Now that has changed, has gone up, but it's still not nearly as much
That's
as
a
the
pretty
50 and
low-
over.
Yeah.
50 and over, dominating.
I thought there were more young people in America than old
boomers,
people.
man. Baby boomers, really, that's why they called them the baby boomers. I guess, they had a lot less
Well,
kids.
there's a lot of them,
Yeah.
and they had a lot less kids. Aren't they, like, dying now? Shouldn't
No.
there be, like, not as many of them?
No. They're still they're hanging in there, and they'll be around for a little while longer.
That's
But I
what
mean,
the-
that's
wait,
we
wait,
love
wait.
our
What's-
boomers.
what's
We
the-
love everybody.
What's the age that the coronavirus, kills?
Over 58,
Oh, okay, boomers.
57. Yeah, but I mean,
I'm being cynical. I'm sorry. I love old people. I love my grandma. I love my grandparents.
yes, but this is the feeling.
I love other
th-
people's
this-
grandparents. Some old people are assholes, but they're just assholes. It's not because they're old.
Well, there's a kernel of truth in everything, and the kernel of truth here is that young people are frustrated with boomers for not giving, let's say it, Bernie Sanders, their vote when they think that he would be the better candidate to go against Trump. In fact, Biden is not fun to listen to at all. Even someone like me, who's very receptive and willing to vote for him, I can't stand listening to him. It's just boring.
Do you think most of these old people are Christians and they just don't want the Jewish guy? They want the Christian old guy?
Absolutely, that is part of it, but it's not the whole part of it. But
I-
it is
I-
absolutely a part of it. There is all the presidents up till now have been
Christian. Right. It only just crossed my mind that,
Yeah,
why,
maybe Trump is nothing. Who knows?
Because Biden is,
He pretends
he's
to be
an
a Christian,
old guy,
and they all hold his head and stuff.
And Bernie's an old guy, so like you get all these old people, and they want to vote for this old guy and not that old guy.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: African Americans went big time for Biden.
Why? Oh, well, because
He was Obama's vice president,
yeah.
and not only that, but black voters are pragmatic, and they're known for being pragmatic. They looked at the choices. They said, okay, here we have basically a return to normal, and on the other side we have a revolution. I'm scared. Like, maybe not all of them are scared, but like right now we're as a nation we're kind of a little bit scared, and we can't have. They don't want to try to bet on a revolution right now. I do, but I'm admitting that what's happening because I see it happening.
I'd hate to separate a thought process by race. I mean, I get that the black community is a strong,
it's how many people
united
chose
community,
Biden.
Right,
yeah. And they were and the very high amount of Christianity is a very important part of that. They in the South, Alabama, where Biden crushed.
You gotta ignore the religion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If you're a Christian, who cares if Bernie's...
It's not because he was Jewish. It's because they are Christian, right? And they, that's kind of like they prefer the Christian candidate.
Okay,
yes.
so there shouldn't be a religious barrier in politics. Mm-hmm. Okay,
but then there's also the whole like pragmatism versus idealism thing, and that's kind of what we're seeing. Yeah, actually, go ahead with what we were saying.
I don't really know, but like the separation of church and state. You know, who cares if this guy's Jewish? He's running for president. He don't think about what religion he comes from. Just listen to what he's saying and what his plan is to make your life better as an American.
That's the sad thing is it's not. This is not like the only reason. There is a large portion of the people who split for Biden that I think did listen to the whole thing, and they thought the same thing, which was, well, I'm gonna go with a return to normal.
Okay, yeah, like, okay, well, let's just keep going as we're going, fucking everyone over.
No, not a return to the Obama era normalcy, not this Trump stuff going on.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Normalcy before Trump.
Right, so what's his name? Bernie Sanders on Jimmy Fallon said that he said that he thought that the reason that Joe did in fact win, like Michigan and other very important states, was because He said the media was a part of it, right? Media played a part
Yeah.
in making him seem. Oh, and then there was the electability thing. The people were thinking like, we
Exactly.
love your ideas. We just think that Joe has a better chance of beating Trump because part of that is because it's been drilled into everybody's head.
Right. And we have a clip of this.
Yeah,
We have
let's
a
go.
clip?
Go
We're gonna
ahead and
play an audio
this
clip?
right here. Actually, no. You know what? This is a clip of Bernie Sanders. So actually, before we go to this clip, there's a lot of Sanders supporters that are concerned and outright defiant about. They say Joe Biden can't beat Trump and he won't beat Trump. I guess maybe they think that Bernie can still win, but it really doesn't look like it's gonna happen because the way that this primary works, Bernie really his path to victory was by winning big on Super Tuesday, which
Yes.
didn't happen. Then he absolutely needed to win Michigan.
Right.
He didn't win Michigan. Things look bleak, and the chances of him winning is very low. On 538, it's less than 1%. This is over.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not over. But I mean, have you heard Bernie? Did you hear when Jimmy Fallon asked him, "How are you doing?" He's like, "I'm doing good."
I'm doing good.
Right. He's not doing good, obviously. That's like, but I mean, you know, he's our happy warrior, man.
He's a happy warrior, and even if he doesn't win, he's still doing it. He's leading the fucking train. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's changed the game. He's changed the conversation.
Oh, he changed it even 4 years ago.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
done it again. Now it's
And
really
he's
normal.
He's drilling it in.
Yeah. This stuff is all popular and
Drilling it
normal.
in.
It's going to happen. You know, back in the day, back in like 1904 and 1912 and shit.
Back in 1904.
Yeah, dude.
1912.
Dude, let me tell you something. Back then,
Let me tell you something, kiddo.
oh my God.
Sorry.
That's so good though. That's such a good voice. Back then, the candidates were like socialists and communists.
I'm a socialist, and I'm a communist.
Right. It would be like Bernie Sanders, Ron Paul, and like AOC and like, Vermin Supreme. Yeah.
Vermin Supreme?
Yeah.
That's not a name. Is it somebody's name?
Yeah, man. That's the guy that wears the boot on his head and he runs for president
His
every 4
name
years.
is Vermin Supreme.
Wait, dude. We're
That
going to have
can't
to
be
edit all
his-
this out because it's too embarrassing that you don't know who that is already.
No, I'm not embarrassed at all. I know the guy with the boot on his head. I just didn't know that his name was
Oh, yeah.
Vernon Supreme.
Vermin.
Vermin.
Yeah.
Vermin Supreme.
He changed his name, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, all right. That was the thing. Is
Yeah.
he must have changed it. That can't be his birth name.
Can't be.
I know the guy. I've seen the pictures with the boot on his head.
I saw him at the University of New Hampshire at the Bernie
He
rally.
was in. Why was
I had
he
to walk
in New
right by him.
Hampshire?
Yeah, he had like a whole posse of people. He had like guards, I think.
What was he? Isn't he the president or the? Where is he from?
I don't know where he's from, but he runs for president every few years. Yeah,
Here?
in the USA, he runs for president of the USA every few years.
I thought that he was. I thought that he was from another country.
You think you can grow that in another country? That's native soil right there.
I mean, that's okay. As far as insanity goes, America's got its very unique and completely insane people. Nobody can go crazy like somebody goes crazy in America. America can drive somebody completely insane in an infinite amount of ways. Somebody can go crazy because they're just really, really tired of socks being made out of cotton, and they want them to be made out of wool, but there are no wool socks.
Yeah.
So they buy a gun and they kill people. That's America.
Yeah, or they put a boot on their head and run for president.
Or they put a boot on their head because they're like, fuck socks
This
and
is
boots on my feet.
That's
I'm
freedom.
gonna put
I guess.
one on my head.
But the first
and then
thing
I'm
is
gonna run
obviously not freedom. But the second
Oh
thing
no,
is
they're
freedom.
both
yeah.
freedom. They're both freedom. You can do anything you want.
Yeah.
The consequences are, different. Mm-hmm. You can do anything you fucking want.
Well,
No
yeah,
matter
but
where
I
you
meant
are.
American style freedom. Like we are allowed to be crazy and to put a boot on our head and to run for president and to say all these ridiculous things.
And we're allowed to put a boot up your ass. It's
Yeah.
the American way. Don't fly a plane into my USA.
Do you think Trump has the coronavirus? He's been touching a lot of people. He's been doing a lot of handshaking.
Yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure he's like he created it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was.
That was
because a person boiled a bat and drank soup or something like that.
I don't actually believe what I just said. It was a joke. No.
He created it, man.
He created it, man.
Yeah,
Trump created it.
Catch
you
you
know
later.
How, like, he started that like trade war over in China.
Yeah.
Like he definitely created it. Man.
Yeah,
No,
man,
I don't believe that at all.
But
Trump could have the coronavirus. Somebody he shook hands with had the coronavirus.
yeah, and the
I
Brazilian
read.
president or whatever. Someone has. Everyone has it. Apparently,
Everybody has it. I mean, I could have it. I don't
right,
think I have it.
Right,
but
like I'm
don't
like, is
feel-
this a normal sore throat? Because I like, or is this like a,
I've heard that like you
what kind
get
of sore throat
you
is
get
this?
like fluid in your lungs, almost like pneumonia.
Yeah.
Shortness of breath,
if
and
you could
and-
hold
and
your
a-
breath for 10 seconds,
and a dry
right?
cough. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a smoker.
Yeah.
I cough. I smoke weed. I smoke cigarettes. I cough.
Right. So you got a normal dryness in the throat, right? A normal cough once in a while, and that's
Yeah,
not
I got a
coronavirus.
smoker's cough. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I really know when I'm sick when I can't stop coughing. If I cough, okay.
Yeah, it is pretty
Normal
easy to tell
cough,
that you're sick.
And
so.
then like, okay, it's been like 3 minutes and I'm still like coughing. I know I'm sick. That hasn't happened to me.
It just freaks people out when other people see you cough. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of like.
I mean, I see
We're
people
changing
cough
up our social
I
etiquette.
see people cough all the time. All the time. Doesn't bother me at all. And I imagine most people are like that. But then again, I'm not like most people. I tell most people things about myself, and they're like, that's outrageous. Why do you live like that? And it's just because I don't fucking care about the rest of society and the way they all believe they should be living their life.
Mm-hmm.
I've been washing my hands and taking all the precautions more and more now. Not that I didn't wash my hands before, but like I was never like a germ freak.
Yeah.
And I kind of contribute.
Yeah, I was also not worried particularly. Now I find myself using a lot more hand sanitizer.
I contribute myself to having a good immune system, to not being so cleanly.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, I'm literally immune to strep throat. I had strep throat so many times growing up that by the age of 17, I was literally immune to it. If you had strep throat and I put my tongue all in your fucking mouth, I would not get strep throat because I'm literally immune to it. I've had it like 100 times in my life and I can't get it anymore.
Well, I am not immune to it, so please do not do that.
Well, I can't get it, so I can't transmit it.
Oh,
so
okay, good. All right, then do it as much as you want. No, I'm just kidding. So you mentioned earlier that we have a clip. We do have a clip. So this is
we do have a clip.
Well,
yes, I forgot I mentioned that.
Well, yeah. I bet some listener might be like, "What the hell? Like, where the hell is
Where's
this fucking
the clip?
that
Blah,
you said
blah, blah,
earlier?"
blah. These guys
Yo.
are stupid fucking stoners. Well, shut up. You're probably a stupid stoners too.
That's right.
Stupid stoners.
You got the contact.
I got the
high.
contact. You're gonna get me contact. Huh?
All right, you stoner ass motherfuckers, listen to this. We gotta shut up.
So this is a clip of Bernie Sanders. He's being asked, about whether Biden can win.
Do you think, say it is Biden, do you think Biden can beat Trump?
I do. I mean, I think, when you have a president who is a pathological liar, when you have a president who truly, apparently has never read the Constitution of the United States, who thinks he is above the law, who is a racist and a sexist and all of that stuff, I think even, Republicans and moderates are going to say, you know what, we can't have 4 more years of this guy. So do I think Joe can beat him? I do. Between you and me, don't tell anybody. Don't
worry about it.
We're the stronger campaign to do that.
Yeah, you think you are, yeah.
I do.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that needs to just be something that we all need to remember right now, seeing that Joe Biden is looking like more and more like he's going to be the nominee, and people are very concerned and very scared. and especially the young people, everyone that we know. I don't really know people that are like Joe Biden. I think I met one person that's my age that likes Joe Biden the most.
I don't think anybody our age, or I mean, I'm 31. You're
Our age and younger.
You're 20,
30, 29. Yeah,
29.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 31. Mohammed's 29. I know guys, people. I'm close friends with people almost 40. Between us and people a few years younger than us, we all want Bernie.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and I hope that we all are smart enough to know that if it comes down to Trump and Biden, to vote for Biden and not Trump, or not to write in Bernie. Like,
terrible president.
Don't write in Bernie. Just vote for Biden. Just get Trump out. Because if you write in Bernie, Trump's winning.
Yeah.
If Bernie's not on the ballot and you write him in, Trump's winning.
Well, that's exactly what the people are doing.
I
feel
feel
Trump's
like that's
people.
what happened 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's what.
People tried to write in Bernie, and not enough of them did.
Well,
there was
they were able to suppress the vote for Hillary Clinton, and they were able to depress it.
Right, exactly. There was an indecisiveness.
Yes, and we got attacked by a ton of foreign money.
I voted for Hillary, but I know people that literally wrote in Bernie, and I'm like, you just wasted your fucking. You should have just voted for Hillary because why let Trump do that? I don't think Hillary would have been the best president in the world or in history, but I think she would have been a better choice than Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, Biden does beat Trump in the polls. The polls don't really mean much right now, but pretty much all of them he's beaten them. He is kind of hard to watch sometimes. Most of the time.
I haven't watched any debates or anything. You gotta engage me on that. Next time there's a debate, you gotta come over here. And
it's tomorrow.
We'll watch it on the projector.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
What time?
It's at night or something. We'll figure it out. But
come by. We'll watch it on. I got a 10-foot fucking projector. We're gonna watch these guys yell about politics.
I'm sure I don't know if anyone cares to know that, but let's see here. The thing is, I hear a lot of Bernie supporters that are currently going through the grieving stages. And believe me, I am also going through that.
What are we grieving?
The loss of Bernie's candidacy, historic once-in-a-lifetime candidacy. And I donated money to him, and I had his bumper sticker, and I went to his rallies, and it's a bummer.
I don't see the point in mourning it. I think we should celebrate what he's done for the movement.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean?
But I have to start to think about peeling off the Bernie sticker off my car and replacing it with a Joe 2020.
It's okay to feel bad about not getting him all the way, but you gotta feel good about him, affecting the country in the way he did. You know what I mean? Focus on that. Don't focus on, oh no, Bernie's not going to make it. Focus on fucking Bernie opened eyes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bernie opened a door. He opened a door for us to see in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Something that wasn't the status quo,
Yeah. And you know what? If Biden becomes president, then Bernie will be in the party that's in power, and he'll be able to achieve more than he can do right now with Trump as president.
Exactly. He'll still be in the political process
Yeah.
of helping this country in the way that he thinks it should be helped, which
he's done a lot pretty much already.
He's done a lot as not even a president.
Right, because he's changed the conversation. We were talking about this earlier. I'm not even sure if we got that on air. Is that the conversation now is about whether Medicare for all is the right thing or not. Before, we weren't talking about Medicare for all at all.
Coronavirus definitely had a big effect on that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't it make sense? Like, now everybody wants health care and understands the importance of it.
This is the reason why it should have already been in place.
Right. And they say, how much is it going to cost? Oh, it's pie in the sky. Well, guess what they just did? They artificially stimulated the economy to the tune of $1.5 trillion.
Yeah, $1.5 trillion. Yeah.
That could give all of us free college tuition. It could give all of us our student loans money.
That could give me a boner for the rest of my life.
It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous how how unfair the
It's
things
not
are.
kind of ridiculous. It's completely and utterly fucking absolutely
How are we going to
ridiculous.
pay for that? How are we going to pay for the 1.5 trillion that Trump needed to boost the
We're
stock
not.
market just
We're
because
not.
he's afraid to lose re-election?
You and I gotta whore out our nipples for milk we can't produce for the next trillion years.
Well, dude, that really, that's really the thing.
That's how we
we're
gotta
gonna
pay
need
for
to have
it.
to whore ourselves out.
We're just gonna have to suck the world's dick for another million years.
That's right. Well, that's all the time I think we have for today. So we'll see you next time.